everybody. This is Steve Lasky. I'm the Editorial Director for Endeavor Business Media Security Group, SecurityInfoWatch, and I am at the AtlasIED booth here at ISC West 2025. And I'm happy to have Michael Peveler, the Vice President of Sales. And, you know, Michael, you're sort of in a unique spot. You know, everybody is demonstrating widgets that either are used for entry or for video, and you know, you guys bring another element to the table when we're talking about security, and it's the audio portion.
That's right.
But it's becoming a lot more, you know, prevalent and a lot more integrated. So talk a little bit about what it is you guys do and what we're bringing to the table here.
Sure. First of all, thanks for dropping in, and
appreciate you making the time.
Sorry for the little scratchy voice. Day one was really busy. So audio, you know, when we first got involved in the security industry, I've been in the AV side of the world for 26 years.
Right.
And when I first got involved more on the security side, there was very little audio as a part of what we do. But, you know, I think what the world has figured out is we have all these triggers out there. We have access locks and panic buttons and all these things, and a lot of this is built into our product as well. But the really key component that was needed was the communication to the people that were in the facility as to what was happening. And forever, it was just a siren. Right now, I live in Texas. The first Wednesday of every month at 1 o'clock, there's sirens that go off, right? Now, it's the storm sirens, but people don't know if that's a severe storm or a tornado or what. So an actual articulate, clearly communicated message, both audio and video, is a really important component, especially with so many of our students and workers working with headphones on. So we have to be intrusively loud to get their attention. So we really see ourselves with a small group of others in the space as leading the audio charge in the security industry to try to create more awareness of the importance of the role that we play.
So, you know, great segue to my next question. So what are the products that we're showing here in Las Vegas that are going to be enhancements to both public safety, to commercial security, and how are those being integrated into you know, some of your partner companies?
Sure. So, you know, one of the things that you made a comment in the introduction about people showing, you know, widgets and pieces. We really actually try to show a complete solution. So we partner with a company called SingleWire, and so we start with their software at the visitor management side, and then we show that with our hardware. So we introduced a new video IP video doorbell. So when people come up to the door, you've got the ability to communicate back and forth, because the first line of intrusion is getting in the building, right? And that comes back to our IP console where video pops up and we've got that communication. And then the other big introduction really this year, we're showing it with all of our IPX product, and we have hundreds of thousands, maybe close to millions at this point, of IPX products that are installed in the field and working. It's a great product. It is performed consistently. We've got 26 different form factors of the product. So whether you want to put it on the wall or in the ceiling or outdoor or tamper resistant or with a screen or without. But what we added this year was a wearable panic button that looks like a badge, right? And it allows us to use the GPIO on all of our IPX versions.
So it also tracks people as well?
So it doesn't do exact location, but it does identify what IPX endpoint received the message. Right. So you get that immediate notification of where it initiated and started, and that can go all the way through to first responder app in our system. So what we found is a lot of people want not to only have a panic button, you know, under the desk or on the wall, but they want to wear something. And we have mobile app and things like that, but this was something more tangible, something more they could feel. So we added that as a part of the offering this year, just to give people a greater sense of control and management of their own environment. And we did it in a way that it's a really low-cost retrofit version, because everything can't be the most expensive thing in the market today.
No, and to that point, I mean, when you're talking about, you know, the criticality now of mass communications and unified communications in commercial and critical infrastructure, when you guys deal with your systems integrators, what do you telling them, and how are you selling them on the way you can integrate these and how they can effectively sell these to their customers?
Sure. So obviously we're talking a lot about the value of audio and the role that it plays.
Right.
We have a former SWAT officer who does a lot of training for us to understand that value. Jesus Villahermosa. And everybody's free to attend those classes. They're not product oriented at all. But we really first try to emphasize the importance of the role that audio plays. And then we've got great design teams and others who can help our reseller customers understand how to design a system, how to put a system together, and what features and functionality are built into our product that they can add on. So if they want to tie into access locks, they want to tie into security cameras, if they want to tie into different kinds of wearable panic buttons or hardwired solutions, teaching them what that functionality is and how that can all work together to create a seamless solution for the customer, because they want one user interface to manage, not 5 or 6.
So, kind of playing off that question, what are some of the biggest challenges you're seeing, working with your integrators and dealers on providing an integrated, unified solution to them and something they can sell to their customers?
Yeah, so I really think it starts with the sales process.
Okay.
Customers want a solution that's going to make a difference, but there are so many options out there. It's the reason that we started with Jesus, because we would meet with superintendents of school districts or facility managers who are like, I don't know where to spend my money. What's going to be the system I can invest in that's going to give me the greatest opportunity to help my people should an event happen? Right. And so really it starts with education, and then it starts with getting a full system design and understanding of the other systems in the building and how we can help bring that all together into a system. So it's unified, it's education, it's then unified design, considering all the other products and subsystems that may be in the building, and how we can be a part of pulling that all together.
It's a good approach, that's for sure. Final question here is, kind of just looking ahead here as we talk about the trends and innovation in security, and again that unified one pane of glass type approach. When we're talking about audio, where do you see the future of audio fitting into that whole integrated security system platform?
Yeah, so it's interesting. We see on the video side of the world, especially in security, so much being built around cameras, and they're in every space. But audio, from a security standpoint, wasn't in every space. What I see now is enough solutions and people beginning to understand the importance that audio is going to go into every space. What that allows audio to do then is offer more parts of the solution in one offering.
Well, you're seeing consultants spec it into jobs a lot more.
You got it. So I think you're going to see a lot more integrated audio solutions with both visual notification tied to more of the robust system. So I expect that you'll see more manufacturers offering more combined solutions that have a lot more functionality built into them under the same pane of glass, so to speak. That lowers the cost, it reduces the number of drops on the network. That's probably the number one thing we hear from customers is, I want all these solutions, I literally can't afford the cost per drop. And people here, we think about the endpoint, not the infrastructure, And so I think with audio going everywhere, it opens the door for manufacturers like us and others to build more robust solutions that can all be tied back to that single drop.
It sounds like the future is definitely bright, so I appreciate that.
It's incredible.
Good.
Absolutely incredible.
Well, I want to thank Michael Peveler for joining us today here on Security Info Watch, and you've got a couple of days left here, so enjoy the show and sell something.
We're doing that, I promise. Come on by the booth.
All right, Michael, thank you much.
Yeah, my
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure.